All right, our last bit, time is flying. I would like to ask...
Good afternoon, everybody. Still awake? Yes. Thank you for sticking around for me. I'll try to make this as short, as pleasant as possible. Welcome to the Horizontal Content Management Group. Well, I'm only a representative of it, so, but before that, how are we doing in the back? Okay? One standing, the rest sitting. Just get up all if you want, if possible, because I think it's very, very good that you stay here around. Look at each other when doing that, because you're applauding yourself, you're applauding everybody in the room. And say thank you all. Okay, thank you all. You might stand up, be seated, whatever you feel up to now. No, doesn't that feel good? Real energized again. Okay. So, Gerard, Soraya and I, please, Gerard, are you here or still? No, Soraya, please stand up. Would you please stand up? They will see you. That's the point. One of my co-workers here. We've been doing as a horizontal management group to make the content, wide content of the CASO project. Horizontal does not refer to the position. We did not do it lie down, but we kind of went through the program. So the horizontal in a way as figurative speaking. Well, let's start from the bottom. We worked up from the grassroots, and I will give a presentation also from the grassroots. I will start in the why, then go up to the how, and eventually end up with the what. And the what you've heard, I think, already a few times during the workshops, during the plenary sessions today, this morning. So I will be very brief in that. I will guide you through what we did as the group. So, first of all, the why. The why is, well, we are as higher education institutions, we're supposed to make education. And we do that all day long, all day, and all weeks and years, and we're pretty good at it, as I say myself. On the other hand, we're also doing applied science projects. And these two not necessarily go together, because we find things in research and we tend to leave them in research. And again, the most common word in research is we have to do more research. So at the end, we should really convey all the knowledge from the research to education, because that's our job. And we have to train future professionals to live and go by the standards that we find out are most accurate. And in this CASO project, it was already referred to several times, we had 3 projects. And as I stake out, the patient partners were at the hospital. Then we had health and lifestyle and physical exercise at school. And then in the third part, we had empowered caregivers at communities. So you see, there was a kind of discrepancy between these fields. So how do you get them together? Because we have all specialists in these fields, and now this trick is getting them together in one field. So we had kind of look across what does bind us here? What are the goals? And that was our task. We were put up to do that. And then again, beside all kinds of different settings and different expertises, we had to translate what I say from practice to knowledge and capacities. How to do that is a trick of its own. And then we have all these strings coming together and make them as one. And what is the string that binds and holds us together? Okay. And then is the how. So the answer was, apparently, they told us, and we agreed on that, to generate a general MOOC. Who knows what a MOOC is? Please raise hands if you know what a MOOC is. Ever heard of a MOOC? Well, the first time I can tell you that I heard of a MOOC, I had this image. But apparently that was not the image that was meant. So, coming from agriculture, this really appealed to me. But anyway, we could not do this. So we went on further. So all these things we had to juggle were kind of dazzling and mind-blowing. We had to make a MOOC. There was content, we had communication, we had structure, we had, well, you name it, we got it. Sounds like Trump, though. We named it. Whatever. So it really made our heads spin, and think about it and talk about it, and eventually we found out that last week one of our students, Lizelot, please stand up. It really is your quote. We ended up as how difficult it is to have a CASO. So it's all about communication. How can we communicate our stuff together? Well, we designed this MOOC. We came to design this MOOC, and there were MOOCs, so we did not kind of invented the MOOC ourselves as a horizontal group, but we had to find a way in how the 3 different MOOCs that were developed could be joined together. So we ended up in doing a lot of work in Antwerp, getting to talk to people, get stuff on the ground. We saw the poster over there, and we came down to this. And well, that's the former poster, René. The new one has to be developed because it was adapted last week. As we speak, it was really finalized for, I think, about 8 months, and developing machinery that puts knowledge in a cloud, translate practice into knowledge and capacities, and people can join that. But we find out new knowledge, new capacities, and we have to add that or replace it. So it's a living document in the cloud. Well, I won't bother going through the details. You can read it in the handouts, I would say, or in the document itself. But the most important part is that there are 3 work packages that stand out on their own. They have special tasks, they have special competencies they kind of researched and came up with and are developing it further. And there are the 3 binding elements. And the binding elements, they appear to be, first of all, empower yourself, and that to empower your colleagues, other professionals, being professionals, or new professionals that is, and eventually, and that's not really good coming out there by light, but it says empower communities. So if you have empowered professionals, if you have empowered yourself, you can come out in the community and try to convey your knowledge, to convey what you know in the community. And then the most important part comes from, as we say, work package 2.1, I think also, but and the work package 2.3 and 2.2. They are in the community, coming from the community, in touch with the community. So practically, the new empowered professional can work with the needs from a community, whether that's in a higher education institution, whether that's in a deprived area, that doesn't matter. It's a school, you can do that. So that's what we are developing and have developed. Okay, so in real life that looks like this. So not a nice schedule, but more a network structure which you can reach from outside as a student or as a civilian or as a just somebody who wants to know more about all the different topics we address in this MOOC. You can enlist, you can do the course, but you can also use it in your education. And then you have a tutor to guide you through it to assess all the modules, and that's where we're at now. What I was talking about, the loss of 5%, is that we can get a kind of a protocol how to assess all the end products. And it looks like this, and the poster was over there also. Again, the details, bear with me, I won't talk about that. And afterwards, so we are now at the end of the symposium. We're at the end of the horizontal content management group for now. We practically have to keep up to speed that everything will be filled in and the assessment modules will be in place. But I hope you have a kind of an insight in what the MOOC is like. MOOC, OER, whatever abbreviation you want to know. That's it, and see you in the cloud.
Are there any questions to John on the MOOC? Now is your chance, and otherwise you just have to go to the MOOC. With this presentation, thank you, John. We are actually coming to an end to a really great day. For us, last large staff meeting with the entire group, having the last group of students here that have been working in CASO, and now we need to just do the last few things. Well, we just need to. There's still quite some work that needs to be done. But in closing remarks, looking ahead, because the world doesn't end after CASO. Really, is there life after CASO? But the thoughts that we have, we are looking into MOUs, formalizing agreements for collaboration. We are looking into options for that and use those MOUs as support structure to then look into other funding programs such as Erasmus, but maybe also other funding programs that we can work with. We have some ideas on that we hope to realize for next year. We still have to continue with visibility of all this, including our website. So the students actually are posting their wonderful stories there as well. And Nasma is helping with maintaining that website. So we hope they will continue to do that. As well as all my CASO colleagues will do that. And I can only say that I am so proud of these people, of all we have accomplished in the 3 years, within the circumstances we had to work in, within the contexts we had to work in. And I truly hope we find ways to continue what we are doing in many different ways, and the MOOC will provide us with great opportunities, but also in all our institutions there will be changes in extra programs, enriched programs, extracurricular programs. It's all input we can use to really prepare students to be a globally competent citizen. Is that an interesting word for you students? All right, thank you all for being here. There's going to be some
now you can stand.
Drinks outside.
We'll do drinks after this. So from us, René, thank you so much for your guidance, your patience. I think you've got a bit grayer the last 3 years. But we have wonderful stories to tell. We have made good friends. Yeah.
I would like to cycle Route 62. And they think it's, you can only do that if you have help my trap fiets. So I'm gonna open this later because, thanks again. As I told you, friend for life, and we do have many directions that we go into. Prof. Davis, please let me just claim his hours. Please move to the next room for some networking and some drinks, and discuss whatever you want to discuss. Meet the CASO people that you have not met yet. And thanks again, and drive safely home later on. Have a great weekend and hope to see you in the future and in the clouds.